Today, June 28th, 2018, marks the 15th anniversary of my son Richard's death. Richie was the oldest of 4 children. He was compassionate, friendly, and he had a warm sense of humor that touched everyone he met. When my husband and I drove Rich to college his freshman year, we were filled with pride and promise. Just 3 years later, our dreams were shattered. Our son would be released to us by the Seminole County Medical Examiner. And we were faced with the unthinkable task of determining how Richie's body would be brought home for burial. Richie died on June 28, 2003. He was 21 years old. As devastating as this news was to our family, we were completely astounded to learn that exactly 1 month prior to his death, Rich had overdosed on a combination of prescribed medications and heroin. No family member or any of Rich's medical doctors were made aware of the non-fatal overdose that occurred on May 28, 2003. At the time of this first overdose, Rich was being treated for depression and anxiety, and he was taking prescribed medications. He was seeing a medical doctor and a psychologist and was in treatment for addiction. None of the medical doctors that were familiar with Rich were notified that he had harmed himself by means of an overdose, and that his case was in need of review. When Orange County Fire and Rescue responded to a call that Rich had overdosed and was unconscious and unresponsive, they administered 3 doses of Narcan, a drug used to reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. Rich's vitals began to respond 23 minutes later. At the hospital, Rich was seen by a medical doctor and eventually regained consciousness. The doctor noted that Rich's speech was slurred and he suffered nausea and vomiting. Rich told the attending physician that he was suffering from depression and anxiety and was on prescribed medications. He also admitted to using heroin. Rich was released from the hospital around 10 p.m. when his gait was steady and verbalization was clear, just 3 hours after the initial 911 call was placed. Richie was discharged with instructions to stop drug abuse and to return to the ER with any concern. Exactly 1 month to the day later, Rich was found in his bed by his roommates. The cause of death was noted as an accidental drug overdose.